Matt Stafford 4 for 6 last week. And Chris Spielman feels good, feels like that tempo is to his liking, and he likes the responsibility, doesn't he?
Well, he does, and I think, you know, he sees what he sees, and he's a smart guy, and he understands defenses. So they're entrusting him, and a lot of work has gone into this offseason of him understanding conceptually what Jim Bob Cooter wants on that offense, and they trust him to put the Lions in the best play possible.
Theo Riddick, the lone setback, wears 25 in Honolulu. To the air on first down, across the middle, and it's caught at the 20-yard line. Tonight's offensive starting lineups brought to you by the Ford Motor Company. Matt Stafford connecting with Anquan Bolden there. Riley Reif has been the best offensive lineman so far in camp for Detroit. And Bolden is that guy, not afraid to go across the middle as he did moments ago to pick up 6 or 7. Riddick spins away, stiff arms his way for a first down.
A nice job by Cole Wick right there, sealing the backside. And we're talking about with the injury of Ebron, Cole Wick's getting an opportunity to play, and see right there, he seals Ioka, number 43, allowing Riddick to spin out to get the extra yards.
Cole Wick, an undrafted free agent from Incarnate Word, has made an impression so far in camp. 1st and 10 for Stafford and the Lions on their first possession of the night. Stafford in tight coverage, and he feeds Golden Tate for another first down.
So again, the solid protection. First of all, Taylor Decker at the top of your screen does a good job of pushing his man past the pocket, allowing Matthew Stafford a nice throwing lane. And again, he's so accurate with the football, throwing to his favorite target. Last year and the previous year, Golden Tate.
90 catches last year for Golden Tate, over 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Stafford changes the play at the line of scrimmage. This is a lot of freedom for him.
Yep. And you notice the defense has the ability to audible themselves. They stayed with the blitz right there.
Riddick gobbled up for a loss.
And what happened there, Matt, just so people understand that Matthew Stafford read the blitz from the opposite side. So he'll check. Now he's going to call the run away from the blitz, and this time Cole Wick does not seal the backside. Pecco, number 94, does a good job of forcing that ball to cut back into the blitz. Credit the defense winning that one.
Michael Johnson, the defensive end, making the tackle, the 8th-year pro out of Georgia Tech. 2nd and 11. Good pocket. Now he'll throw up top. Watch Jones. Got Jones inside the 30-yard line.
Solid protection. It all starts right there. Riley Reif does a good job. Riddick needs to step up a little bit to get out of Matthew's way so he has room to step up into the pocket. But this is what you want to see. Matthew Stafford throwing away from the safety. Poor angle by the safety, and Marvin Jones field awareness of getting both feet in bounds.
Sean Williams, the safety. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, on the coverage there. 1st and 10 for Stafford and the Lions at the Cincinnati 29. Empty set. Looking right for Jones. Caught, and a flag on the play against Dre Kirkpatrick. If it stands, it's another first down.
No, he's not as big as Calvin Johnson, right, but he plays big. And right there, he uses that 6'2" frame, boxing out Dre Kirkpatrick.
Right to the pass. Illegal contact. Defense, number 27. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is the first down.
So when you play strong like this, it's tough to cover. Watch him. First of all, the strength to get off of Dre Kirkpatrick. You see that little pass rush swim move? That's nice, and his body seals the defender away from him, keeping his body between the quarterback and the football and the defender. Very nice.
From the 10. Quick slant. Jones to the 5 and pushed backwards.
Just a nice read when that corner's off. It's easy pitch and catch and a good communication of eyes and understanding between Stafford and Jones.
That was Jones last year catching passes from Andy Dalton and A.J. McCarron. Stafford 5 for 5 for 75 yards so far on this drive. I formation behind him. Burton the up back, Riggs the tailback. It'll be Riddick. Caught from behind for a loss. Vincent Ray, the linebacker, led this team in tackles in each of the last 2 years. And Michael Johnson.
Yeah, Michael Johnson did a great job of penetrating inside. You see Michael Johnson, number 90, does a swim move on Taylor Decker. Again, another lesson for the young rookie playing out there at offensive tackle, forcing Riddick to cut back before he wanted to.
Johnson, originally a third-round pick by Cincy, went to Tampa and now is back with the Bengals. There's a third down and goal from the 6. He'll throw for it. Double coverage and almost hauled in by Golden Tate.
Again, right there, Matthew Stafford just pointed to Cole Wick because he had Cole Wick all alone right there beyond the orange pylon. And he understands it. He tried to force that one into Golden Tate. Number 89, Cole Wick, will be wide open in the flat because the corner chased Golden Tate in with the safety. You got to make that catch, though. That's a great throw into double coverage. That's what we talk about, throwing people open.
24-yard field goal attempt for Matt Prater. And it is good. So not the end result that Matt Stafford and the Lions' first-string offense wanted, but they get points. They converted some third downs, and they're on top early.
And that takes a lot for me to say that, because what sets him apart from everything else is he goes 100 miles per hour every play. Andy
Dalton will throw on first down for Cincinnati and complete it. This Lions defense starting lineup brought to you by Lee Steinberg. We talked about on the other end. It's Devin Taylor, who had a sack last week. The linebackers is interesting because right now we're looking at Josh Bynes and to your white end in the middle, Kyle Van Noy, who's played pretty well last week, but soon you'll see 54 DeAndre Levy. Not tonight, but he should be ready to go against Indianapolis. And Darius Slay did not play last week, but he is as a starting corner here. Now, we talked about Ziggy Ansah. Here's what an impact he has made since being a first-round pick in 2013. These numbers are really gaudy for a guy that many people described as raw, Chris.
Well, again, you look at the guys that he's gone up against, and the next guy is Sheldon Richardson at 16.5 sacks, but to me, when you watch him play, it's just his effort that stands out. He can beat you with speed, then with that length, and he gets those long arms. If he gets leverage on you, he can beat you with power.
30 career sacks. He gets after Dalton from the backside, who throws on the run, and it is caught inside the 45-yard line of Detroit by Tyler Boyd. Now, this is a kid that Chris loved coming out of college at the University of Pittsburgh. There is a flag on the play. Could be against Detroit. Let's see. But then we'll talk about Tyler Boyd a little bit. 6'2", $197, just a rookie.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 28. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a first down.
It's against Condre Diggs.
Well, Tyler Boyd is one of those guys where if the ball's in the vicinity, he's going to come down. Outstanding hands, really good run after the catch, and a big target. But he's a guy that went in the second round, and if he ran a little bit faster, if he ran in mid 4.4s or low 4.4s, he would have been a first-round pick.
Fumble on the snap and a flag thrown. Illegal motion against the Bengals.
You know, we talked about up-tempo for the Lions.
Offensive left guard, 5-yard penalty. Let's go first down.
They're not the only team that's going to do that, Matt. And Cincinnati's going a little bit of no-huddle tempo right here. It's a nice weapon that you can have. It's got a little antsy right there. Everybody was on the same page except the center. Bowling.
Clint Bowling, 6-year out of Georgia, 4-year starter. Andy Dalton out of the shotgun, 2-time Pro Bowler in his 6th year out of TCU. On a 1st and 15 for the Bengals in their first possession of the night. Dalton across the middle, a little high, but it's hauled in by one of the best receivers in the game, A.J. Green, using that 6'4", 210-pound frame.
I want you to watch Haloti Ngata. Now, it didn't work out here, but this is what you're going to get from him. He's lost 25 pounds, number 92 right there. Take a look at him pushing the pocket and forcing Dalton to throw the ball high. A.J. Green's a superb receiver. He goes up and gets it. But if you can get that kind of push from Nada, that's going to be great for this defense moving forward.
Doing it against a really good right guard, too, in Kevin Zeitler. 1st and 10. Play action for Dalton. He'll sling it out to the right side. Jeremy Hill gobbled up by Tahir Whitehead. He read it beautifully, and that looked like a Chris Spielman-like tackle.
Okay, let's get into a quick discussion about rugby tackle and football tackle. On a rugby tackle, Tahir Whitehead would hit and go to his knees and roll. On a football tackle, he's going to put his head across the bow, he's going to bring his feet, he's going to come with bad intentions, and he's going to drive through the ball carrier. You can take rugby tackling and give it to rugby. Keep football tackling with football by bringing your feet through the target.
High formation behind Dalton. This is Jeremy Hill switching directions, shifting his way inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line before Raphael Bush came up and made the tackle.
So whenever you have a run like that and you're in a gap defense, meaning one guy, one gap, two guys are going to end up in one gap. And right here, Reed and number 99, Kyrie Thornton, get crossed up. And when you have that kind of push and cutback, you're going to get positive yards.
3rd down and short for the Bengals. Giovanni Bernard is the tailback. Brandon Tate comes in motion for Cincinnati, and they sling it out to him. He's got the catch, the 1st down, and pushed out of bounds inside the 10.
It's too easy. You got 3rd and 1. You have to play tight man-to-man. You got to get up and play press coverage. If you're going to play 5 yards off like Slay was playing, it's too easy pitch and catch. And another thing, when you're one-on-one, I know you're on an island out there, make the tackle. You got to make the tackle.
Tate, the former Patriot, and now 1st and goal. Darius Slay, who did not play last week, but signed a big off-season deal to stay here for a while. This is going to be a touchdown for Jeremy Hill. 12 touchdowns a year ago, most by any Cincinnati running back since 2006. And the Bengals made it look easy on that drive.
Well,
this is what you play for, man.
This is exactly what you play for. This is why you lift all those weights. This is why you watch all that film. It's for opportunities like this. And I can tell you firsthand, Isaiah Marshall has been in opportunities like this, in situations like this, his entire career. Down in the 4th quarter with an opportunity. It just happened a week ago. He's had these opportunities. He's thrived in these opportunities. Can he do it again?
Every kid was pretending that they were Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or Joe Montana or Terry Bradshaw in their backyard in a situation like this.
And in my opinion, I think that Southfield has to treat this like it's their last drive.
Agreed. And have to get Tashi Braceville back involved. On a slant, Braceville's got it. He was drilled at the 37, but held on. Big, tough, strong receiver. Good 1st down play for the A&T offense.
They get it to him on a slant route. Got to get him involved. A great combat catch. Boom! Oh, my goodness. What a form tackle by number 21 in orange, Lorenzo Jennings.
Big night for Braceville. Marshall to Braceville again, and another grab just shy of midfield.
What Belleville is doing right now, they're trying to bracket Tashi Braceville, but the corner's still retreating, right? What you want to do is you want to get up in his face. You want to make sure you redirect him because you know you have help over the top. You can be a little bit more aggressive. Well, you can see Lorenzo there is backing up, and it allows Braceville to just run, set up, and Marshall throws an on-time, on-target throw.
10 catches on the night for the senior headed to Toledo, Tashi Braceville. He's man again. And Marshall's going to run it up the middle. A good run. A good push by that offensive line gets him to the 43.
It's a nice job by offensive coordinator Richard Pop. You go outside, and then you get back to what has worked a lot tonight. Isaiah Marshall behind extra offensive linemen, straight up the gut.
Love the vision, huh? 2nd and 1. Quarterbacks love this situation. That playbook is wide open for Southfield A&T on 2nd and 1. Marshall looking, throwing, caught on a curl route, and inside the 30, finally wrestled down his second favorite receiver, Zavi Bowman.
You can see the methodical approach of the offense. They want to make sure they have the ball last. They don't give Bryce Underwood and this Belleville offense an opportunity, so they continue to take their time, drive down the field. But the one thing that you have to do, you got to score. You got to make sure you go score no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Right, that's a tough balance, isn't it?
Yeah,
you want to score
tough
when it's available. So many people say you don't want to score too quick. Well, you score when you can.
Yeah. Alley defender could stop that one-on-one opportunity for Tashi Braceful, Zavi Bowman.
Marshall on the carry. Dragging tacklers close to the 20. They had him by the jersey, and they just went along for the ride as Isaiah Marshall carried a tackler close to another first down.
One of my favorite movies of all time is The Little Giants. One of the greatest football movies. Does this not look like Spike dragging a little giant down the field? Oh my goodness. Spike play football. You know who plays football? Isaiah Marshall.
One of my favorite movies.
Amazing.
Little Giants.
One of the greatest football movies of all time.
Remember, this game was 28-10 Southfield A&T. Some key plays, a number of them, offensively and defensively.
A big stop on defense for Belleville. Set up a short field and opportunity for Jeremiah Beasley to run right up the middle as he watches the Red Sea part. And then Isaiah Marshall trying to make a play, throws an interception, sets up another short field. And who do you go to? You go to Jeremiah Beasley, the Michigan football commit.
He's been awesome. And what an awesome game it has been. That's tonight's plays of the game, brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. It's been a fun game to watch. What a way to cap off an incredible state championship weekend at Ford Field, huh?
You know, sometimes you sell a game in the beginning in the open like we did, and it disappoints sometimes. It's like, you can't live up to that. Well, this game, I think it's been everything we said it would and then some.
Sixth play of the drive that started at the 31 of Southfield A&T. They've used almost 2.5 minutes. Marshall on a quarterback run, nothing doing. Rashad Jones crashing from the corner, offers at Michigan State, Cincinnati, Missouri. You can see why. 6'3", 240. The junior is big, strong, and fast.
They got zero coverage. You're going to have the middle of the field wide open.
3rd and short for Isaiah Marshall. He'll take it himself and get it. Spin out of the wash inside the 15 to the 13. He's some kind of player.
Take a look here. Leading through to make sure you clear it for your quarterback. Gets right in front. Boom. Makes a nice block there. And how about the guts and the ability, the balance, everything that you want in a quarterback. Isaiah Marshall is putting it on full display tonight.
Time winding down. 1:10 and counting. All Bryce Underwood can do is watch. Marshall again. Up the middle. Boy, that offensive line, even though it's just a gain of a couple, getting a really good push right now.
Yeah, they're going back to Little League football days, right? Just quarterback up the gut. Bigger, stronger, faster. You lean on this Belleville defense and try to get yardage with the best football player on your roster. Because Belleville is kind of getting burned with these quarterback runs up the gut, these quarterback powers, watch for the fake quarterback power. Remember Tim Tebow back in the day. The fake quarterback power with the jump pass over the top with the guy streaking to the middle. That's something that will be available with Belleville dedicating their entire defense to trying to stop the run up front.
Southfield A&T looking for their first ever title in school history. Belleville's Tigers trying to extend a win streak to 39 and become the first D1 3P champion since 2001 through 2003 when Detroit Catholic Central did it 3 in a row. Which camp are you in? It's harder to win your first, or is it harder to repeat as a champion?
I think it's harder to do your first because you just haven't been there. You don't have the previous experience to be in these moments, and this is why this is so impressive. Southfield A&T, Southfield High School, Southfield, they've never been on this stage, and for a quarterback like Isaiah Marshall to come facing a guy like Bryce Underwood, this is super impressive, and he's looking to try to finish the deal here.
Which player will cement their name in school lore? Marshall, lower the shoulder, not to be denied. Touchdown, Isaiah Marshall. He's worn a crown all night long.
Shep, before this drive started, I told you, he's been in this situation. He's unshaken. He's had opportunities throughout his career to be in the fourth quarter with an opportunity to go drive the ball down and win the game. Take a look at him even run through his own blockers to get in the end zone. Full extension. Touchdown, Southfield A&T.
Perhaps what's as impressive as anything else is the last time they possessed the ball, he threw that pick. And look at how he responds.
Just responded as if he hadn't even thrown a pick. And this entire drive has been on the arm and the legs of Isaiah Marshall, a quarterback-driven offense, and they lean into their quarterback.
This is where no kicking game hurts you, though. You have to go for 2 to try and make it a 4-point lead. Marshall off the ride. Got it! Oh! Yes, sir! Orlovsky playing in his 11th year out of UConn. He'll go to the ground. Zach Zenner wrapped up immediately at the 15-yard line. Good penetration on the part of Javon Hargrave. You mentioned playing against the 3-4. What's the biggest adjustment the linemen have to make against something like this?
Well, the biggest concern usually, well, you have a guy right over the center. So you always have to step with the guard, whatever side you're running, to stop the penetration. It's very difficult to snap the ball with the guy head up on you to be able to block him because he's got to get off on you. And the other thing is the pass rushers. You don't know where that 4th pass rusher is coming from or the 5th pass rusher.
Empty set for Orlovsky underneath, and it was almost intercepted. Should have been intercepted by Shamarko Thomas.
Well, you got to throw away from the coverage guy. That ball was behind Cole Wick. Now, he might have thought Cole Wick was going to sit down, but also you have to be, as a quarterback, you see 29 sitting in there, you got to throw that opposite of where he is. So you got to put that on his outside, understanding Shamarko Thomas was coming inside.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Lions second teamers. T.J. Jones is tight to the left. Orlovsky across the middle. It's caught at the 28-yard line. Little cross pattern by Jeremy Curley and a dig route, and it's a 1st down. He picked up 13.
Well, veteran move, first of all, by handling a bad snap and not hitting the panic button. But the thing I liked is watch him work his feet. See, his feet are always staying in passing position, Matt. He's working his feet to the throwing lane, and he's able to hit Curley, who comes back after having a drop to make a big 3rd down catch.
Center.
There you go.
Good job to get to the 35-yard line.
And good push by the offensive line. You see that? He did not get stopped at that line of scrimmage. There was a push in a bubble and the patience on the cutback. He didn't cut it back right away. He attacks the line of scrimmage. Cole Wick does a good job of coming across, sealing the backside, and Zenner does his best job, I think, when he runs north and south. Stay away from east and west. You weren't made that way. You're a north and south guy.
Glasgow tangled up with Daniel McCullers. Huge human being inside at 352. Center stumbles forward.
So when you have a safety making a tackle in the backfield, there's a man in the box. You don't have enough guys to block. So what you do to counter that, anytime you get that pre-snap read again, that safety's up that close, you got an audible to a bootleg off of that. Watch Marco Thomas. Look at him coming up here, sneaking inside. And on a snap of the ball, he's already taken the play. And it doesn't allow for the cutback. You saw Andre Roberts come in to try to get the cutoff block, but Shamarko's too deep into the line to be able to get him.
3rd and 3 as Orlovsky changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Wick is on the left side. Curley's in the slot there. Orlovsky looks that way. Now dumps it underneath. Zenner with a good grab. And got the first down.
Okay, new rule in effect right here. The horse collar. Now the horse collar used to be where the hand had to go inside the collar. The rule has been changed this year that if the hand is on the nameplate.
Horse collar, tackle, 15-yard penalty from the end of the play, first down.
Is the same as if the hand was inside the collar. Now watch, I think his hand is going to get on the nameplate. There you go, straight ahead, Ed. Love it. Just go north-south. But it did get inside the collar. But for fans out there watching this year, even the nameplate will count as inside the collar. That's a new rule change for 2016.
As a defensive guy, do you like that rule?
No, but you know, I mean, I don't like any rules that hurt a defensive guy. But I mean, safety of the player, I guess.
Needed 3, got 7.
It's amazing we all still live.
It is.
How we played.
Bubble screen right here, and a quick out to Quinshaw Davis. Now this is a guy you want to keep an eye on throughout the preseason. He's a big body, big target, 6'3", 218 pounds out of North Carolina. And he's competitive. He's physical. He likes to compete, doesn't he?
And free agent pickup, undrafted rookie. I like him, and talking to Coach Caldwell last night, you know, the one thing that he can do to help himself and try to make this football team is be able to compete on special teams, covering kicks, block, tackle, not just go out and be a fancy wide receiver, but actually get physical.
Orlovsky with plenty of time. He'll swing it out again. They're using their backs well, aren't they? This time it was George Wynn on the grab.
And George Wynn out of the University of Cincinnati, competing for one of those running back positions. And Orlovsky does a good job with his eyes. See him looking left, letting that zone get nice deep drops, and Wynn's out there in the flat. And again, I can't emphasize enough, in order to be a productive running back in this league, you have to start making people miss. He made the defender miss to get the first down.
Steelers lead at 7-zip, and they don't have a first down. It was a touchdown return off an interception. Here's a screen. Wynn again with a good block. In front inside the 20 to the 15, and driven out of bounds just shy of the 10-yard line. Picked up 19 on the play.
Well, I'm going to be Ron Prince. Good job, Joe Dahl. And here's why. Watch the feet right here when he's able to adjust. Now, this is a hard block for an offensive guard, but watch the adjustment right here. See him turn and be able to cut off Shazier, who normally is quick enough to get under that block. And again, good job, Joe Dahl.
We'll take it.
That's a way to come back, Joe.
Another first down for the Lions. Orlovsky will swing it out to Curley, and he's driven down right away. 9 first downs for Detroit, none for Pittsburgh. Sometimes sports is funny that way, isn't it?
Oh, they had missed opportunities though, too. Drop balls, throwing the ball up like nobody cares.
But
no costume.
But sometimes, I mean, look, in-game adversity, right, Chris? I mean, you got Orlovsky's responded pretty well.
Yeah. Well, you expect the guy to.
Right.
I mean, the play that he made where he picked up the bad snap, was able to roll to keep his throwing position, slide to the throwing lane, and deliver a strike on 3rd and 12. Yeah, that's what you expect.
Michael Burton, the up back in the offset eye. Where's 46 in white?
Cut it back.
Lead the way for Wynn. Grab from behind.
Vince Williams, nice play by that linebacker again. Right there, we called it cutback, and here's where the Steelers are so good, is getting that second level. And Grant Glasgow was working up to that second level, but Vince Williams didn't cooperate. He didn't go where he's supposed to be, Coach, but he was quick enough to get underneath that block to make the play.
Former Seminole in his 4th year out of Florida State. Maybe a throwing down here for Orlovsky. He's connected on his last 5.
But, you know, that push was good on that offensive line. That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
3rd and 8. Across the middle, almost intercepted again.
Ricardo Matthews got the mitt in the air. It's a good job by Ricardo Matthews right here, playing right over Graham Glasgow, and he splits a double team, doesn't not quit. I love the fact that just the effort of throwing that hand in the air was able to bat the ball down. But that's what you get from a Pittsburgh Steelers defensive line. I mean, a lot of teams do that, obviously great effort, but the Steelers particularly never quit.
The 29-yard field goal attempt for Matt Prater. Out of the hold of Sam Martin. And Prater nails it. 102 points a year ago, 22 of 24 on field goal attempts, and he was right down the middle to put the Lions on the board.